Day 2 of the 2022 NFL Draft is in the books. The Broncos selecting 2 players on this Friday. Nick Benito, edge rusher out of Oklahoma, and Greg Dulcich, the tight end from UCLA. Hello, I'm Phil Milani alongside Sidney Jones and Aric DiLalla. If you've been following us, you'll know that Aric DiLalla correctly predicted the Broncos would select Nick Benito.
You gonna start listening to me now?
How does it feel? I mean, this is bad news for all of us.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I expected this to happen, of course, but a good pick for the Broncos, Phil. I think George Paton mentioned tonight in his post-draft press conference, they were surprised Nick Benito fell all the way to them at 64. They thought about trading up to get this guy out of Oklahoma. They stood pat, ended up working out for them, and this is a guy, Phil, some sack numbers that are, moderately impressive, but what stands out to me is the pass rush win rate.
Oh, that's a nice, is that the DVOA? Is that what you're talking
Pro
about?
Football Focus, 2020, no player in the country won more of their pass rushes than Nick Benito. A year later, second in the country. That kind of shows you what he can do, and he brings a different element to this team. The Broncos have Bradley Chubb, Randy Gregory, 2 power rushers. Nick Benito, he uses speed.
Yeah, I heard maybe a Micah Parsons light. I think that's what I heard. Yeah, just somebody gives the Broncos a little bit of flexibility. We did hear George Paton say that stopping the run, he's going to have to work on that a little bit. Sidney, I know you had a chance to catch up with Broncos coach Nathaniel Hackett right after the pick.
Yeah, Coach Hackett was really excited. He said you can't have enough pass rushers in this league, especially in this division, obviously needing to attack the quarterback. And we got Derek Carr, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert in this division. So he's very excited to have him. And, like Aric said, he had a lot of great production at Oklahoma, led the team in tackles for loss last season, and then had, I think, 15 sacks over the past 2 seasons. So he's a great addition.
We heard in the call video, Coach Hackett was like, hey, do you remember that interview we had here? Because Benito came on a top 30 visit. He said that was a fun interview. So maybe we got to get some more details about that. The Broncos moved back in the 3rd round, 5 spots, making a trade with the Houston Texans. But then their guy was still there, tight end Greg Dulcich. Sidney, George Paton has some connections there.
He does, a guy from UCLA. And I think his hometown is from
Same area
as George Paton. Thank you, Phil. And, he was a walk-on at UCLA, like you said, and I think that speaks volumes to his determination, his mindset, his, work ethic. So excited to see how he's going to translate that to the pros. And, I got to talk to head coach Nathaniel Hackett after that pick as well, and he's excited for another offensive weapon, obviously, for Russell Wilson here.
Yeah, he's definitely fired up. He said Russell Wilson likes to throw the ball to tight ends. So Dulcich better be ready to go. He gained 40 pounds while he was at UCLA from a walk-on to now a 3rd-round pick. What do you like about this selection?
You did that at CU, Phil. That's not that impressive.
Yeah, the freshman 40, is that what they call it?
Exactly. No, I think a few things stand out about him. One, the yards per catch. Over the last 2 seasons, over 18 yards per catch. Like to throw it deep, those kind of intermediate routes, catch and run. That's a big thing in this Broncos offense that they need to replace after trading Noah Fant. And then he gets in the end zone. Trey McBride got a lot of buzz as that top tight end. He obviously went to Arizona. A few picks there before Dulcich. He only had 1 touchdown last year. Dulcich has 5 over each of the last 2 seasons, 10 over the last 2. That stands out to me. And his confidence. Said we're going to win multiple Super Bowls in Denver. Said that no other tight end in the draft is as good at catching passes as he is. This guy's not lacking in confidence.
Yeah, his high school coach was roommates with George Paton at some point there, and he had passed away. But George Paton, obviously close ties here with Greg Dulcich. Broncos then used their final pick of day 2 here, traded out, picking up some stuff for next year. But the Broncos now a busy day 3 of this draft. Aric, what's available? What areas do they need to focus on?
I mean, let's not gloss over that 3rd-round pick for next year because the Broncos only had 4 picks for next year's draft. They get a 5th now, able to have a couple of 3rd-round picks. You can use that maybe to trade up if you need to. They might not be done trading capital for next year, but when you look at tomorrow, you look at day 3, cornerback is an area that George Paton said, hey, we're going to try to find somebody there, and then tackle maybe. They're not going to reach. I think after corner, maybe it's just best player available. He did mention 6 guys that they thought were still quality starters. They thought about trading back into the 3rd round. They're hoping somebody's there when they pick at 115 and 116.
It'll be a busy day around here. Both the picks are going to be coming in, Sydney. I know that
yeah.
you're going to be talking with Nick Bonitto.
Yep, and Phil, you're going to be talking to Greg Dulcich.
Yeah, looking forward to meeting these guys, getting them in the building and getting to work here. So that's going to do it for us on this Friday night. For Aric, DiLalla, and Sydney Jones, I'm Phil Milani.